It's a give me a break that you don't want to miss. It is really important to you. You must tune in right away. Because 1 week ago, a dress code. There was a dress code violation that happened, and it continues in Mathis. It happened about a week ago when two brothers, wouldn't participate in any activities because of their hair. And Montes Alfredo said the school district's senseless religious discrimination has gone on long enough. We fully expect the court to allow Gonzalez brothers to participate in the after-school activities they love. And the brother's parents made a promise to God that if he got well, they never had to cut a strand of hair on the back. But Mathis ISD stands by its dress code, and that calls for boys to have short hair, and its decision reinforces the Gonzalez brothers' case. But the lawyer released the following statement saying, "We have confidence in the court will follow the law and will find in favor of the school district. Mathis ISD's policy does not violate the plaintiff's constitutional and statutory rights. The fact that the plaintiffs have hired a big international law firm that likes to use their PR machine to turn lawsuits into circus to bring media attention to their firm does not intimidate Mathis ISD from upholding community standards. We believe that the court will do the right thing." And I think yesterday there was a court hearing, and the trial is set for March. And if they can't settle this case, it will go to trial. And we will be there to talk about it on the future Give Me a Break. So we're going to be looking into this, and we'll be looking at this story in the weeks ahead. The court will hold a hearing requesting an injunction to turn 5th. And if they can't settle this case out of court, then it could go to trial. And it's set for March. So we'll be looking into the story in the weeks ahead, and we'll read the results on a future Give Me a Break. Later on, the do's and don'ts for senior picture for school pictures and for yearbook pictures. But next, there's a fire that happened out in Flower Bluff High School, where I used to live. There was a fire that happened in those bathrooms. We'll explain to you the details next. Yesterday at Flower Bluff High School, there was a fire that happened in the girls' bathroom. Now, the district is still investigating it about what caused the fire, but the district sent home letters to parents saying they will still investigate the situation as it unfolds, and we will do the same thing. All the students had to be evacuated to the Winowski gym for this, for the people in the junior hall, but class would have resumed for the people on the other side of the hallway. That's really all there is to say. Here's my opinion about this. I would not even if I set fire to the school, if my daughter was there and she saw if my cousin was there and she saw what happened, she would notify me straight away, right down to that happens. I can do it for this show. I was busy. I couldn't even figure out what happened ever since. But you see, the thing is, we have to make sure that our kids are safe. You go to school, you make sure that you're safe. We can't just put our kids on the line. I mean, we can't just put our kids on the line here. When it ever happens here. I mean, we have to make sure that our kids are safe. If something happens, our parents have to be notified right away, in letters or from phone calls to students. So we have to make sure that they're safe, no matter what. So I don't tolerate this. There's really no excuse. no excuse for everyone here. Nobody should be setting fire to the school bathroom and don't bring stink bombs in the bathroom, even if it was a prank. I'm not even gonna do this, but I'm not tolerating this crap ever again. Alright. Alright. Next here, the do's and don'ts for your picture day at school coming up for those who are taking pictures and for student pictures and for your pictures. We're going to tell you the do's and don'ts for your picture day, your yearbook pictures, and your senior photos when we come back. I just want to point out before we get to our next topic that what the court happened yesterday. The federal court ruled Thursday that Mathis ISD cannot keep a male student from taking part in extracurricular activities. But one of the family's attorneys said today they did not put a single witness on the school superintendent. The school superintendent didn't show up. They didn't have any witnesses they called. They didn't put on any evidence that would justify allowing these boys to participate. Both the brothers and the mother testified. The case proceeds. The court granted a motion from the younger son, Diego. As the motion said, the other son's season was not denied. It was not granted yet. Attorneys are hoping that next week the court will rule Caesar as well. So we'll look into this. So like I said, we'll be looking into this investigation, and next week we'll see what happens. Now let's get into our next topic. We're talking about the do's and don'ts for picture day. As pictures come out for your school day, sometime in September, we thought it might be okay to show you the do's and don'ts for your picture day. Don't create shaving-related injuries, take a caution when you're shaving, and don't end up accidentally cutting your face up. You must be clean shaven, or just use an electric razor. Number 2 and 4 for the girls, don't put too much makeup to flash the ultimate color of your skin. Number 3, don't get anything that will get caught up in your teeth, like salad, chocolates, and make sure your lipstick isn't smudged in your teeth. Number 4, for the ladies again, make sure you don't wear a strapless shirt or a spaghetti strap shirt. You don't want anyone thinking you don't have anything on. For the guys, make sure you do not wear any tank tops. Period. Don't go overboard on jewelry. Unnecessary jewelry can bring too much attention to other parts of your face and other parts. Make sure you do a pre-face checkup before you take your picture. Don't be afraid to ask a photographer. And don't wear shirts that are the same color, like black on black, white on white, etc. Be wary of brand name shirts. They might get cut off and turn into a bad message. Don't stress out if you miss picture day. You can do a retake. Number 9. Don't make any radical changes to your appearance the night before. You might not be pleased with the outcome in the morning. Always get a good night's rest. You must always get a good night's rest. Clear your face and check your check. Lay your clothes up the night before. Iron any wrinkles to your clothes. Do plan your day accordingly. Bring anything you can apply as quickly as you can. Practice your smile in the mirror. Look at your dress comfortably. Don't stress out. It only goes to the shoulders and up. Remember to consider the photo options. There are many choices to choose from deciding the price and size. Also, for the don'ts, do not, I repeat, do not skip picture day because you have to work that day. If you have to work that day and you didn't notify your boss before, just apologize and say, I can't show because I can take my picture today. Like if you work on the same day as your picture day, and you sign out and you missed your picture, then that is a serious. Then that could really be a serious issue here. Like I said, you can always do part-time jobs. You can like work after school and then work 3 or 4 hours a day. That way you can have a lot of free time when you get back. Now let's look into the yearbook pictures. Because this is really important for the yearbook pictures. They're part of your yearbook. Meet with a photographer prior to your session. You need to become more comfortable behind the camera because it's really key. Choose multiple outfits. Find the outfit that is really perfect for you. Tell your photographer your hobbies and interests. Write them down on a piece of paper. Just tell them, if you didn't remember, write it down on a piece of paper. Don't send that piece of paper. A lot of time for multiple locations. Write down your locations. Always just find a friend or friends to join you or to support you. Make a Pinterest board for ideas. Don't overdo the hair and makeup. Don't take the session too seriously. And that's it. And it's also going to be for the senior pictures. Don't wear solid. Do wear, I mean, it really depends. Like, don't wear beauty colors, long sleeve shirts, accessories. Don't wear, just by reading the, don't wear wrinkled clothes, mismatched clothes, busy patterns, bright colors, but shorter spaghetti straps, sandals, sneakers, something grandma wouldn't even approve of. Like Daisy Duke. I understand. Listen, Daisy Duke look good in Daisy Dukes, but that doesn't mean you're gonna look good in Daisy Dukes. Seriously though, if I was to wear Daisy Dukes in my yearbook picture, they wouldn't even approve of it. I would be suspended. All right, do you be organized? Make sure you involve the school in all of this. Assign deadlines. I mean, so now we've covered on everything. We talked about the fire in a girls' bathroom in high school. We talked about the Mathis ISD dress code. We talked about yearbook pictures and school pictures. All right. We'll be right back. The latest. Now it's the latest on the Superintendent Trent. Now I'm going to show you the latest from San Antonio here. Yesterday, a Livonia student accused the district superintendent of inappropriately touching her. That's harassment. So I'm going to read you this article from mysanantonio.com. A lot of our high school student has accused the school district superintendent of inappropriately touching her during the football game last week, according to the police department. An officer said he was working for security at the Sin High School football stadium on August 30th when he was approached by the student around 9 p.m. The police report said that the student said she was touched inappropriately by the superintendent, Trent Levine. Allegedly, he slid his hand back and forth on her lower back. The student also told the officer while she was being touched, she heard a man's voice ask her how she was doing. She said the uninviting touch made her feel uncomfortable, the report said. He's not been charged, and officials will not be available to comment. But according to their website, the Board of Trustees will discuss the appointment, employment evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, and dismissal of superintendent in closed session at 5 p.m. on Friday. So by then, we should be able to know any information about this, which is today. Here's my opinion about this. But as a matter of fact, let me tell you something. If I was superintendent and I touched someone publicly, I would not deny it. I would come out with the whole truth. I would tell them exactly what happened in a statement to the media. If I touched them in public, I would provide statements for the media. I would talk with them for exclusive interviews and stuff. That's what I would do. And I think this should be the I think this is the I think after we've been but Lovett has not pressed charges. As a matter of fact, I would just come out with the whole truth. That's sexual harassment. If you touch someone inappropriately in the lower back, that's sexual harassment. We talked about sexual harassment before. Like, I'm not afraid to tell you about sexual harassment again when we come back. Did you know that when one little panda pulls on another little panda's underwear, that's sexual harassment? That makes me a sad panda. Yes, you've heard right. We're going into sexual harassment again. We talked about this, I think it was a year ago, but I'm not afraid to touch on this topic again, because with this superintendent now facing charges, I don't know. I'm not afraid to talk about sexual harassment again, because we need to teach our kids that sexual harassment is wrong and it will not be tolerated. So by looking at today's article, we're going to be talking about this. I mean, sexual harassment is really wrong. The Boston Post directed $4.5 million fine on the Michigan State for failure to address sexual abuse. This happened at a university yesterday. So what had happened was the Education Department is fining Michigan State University record of $4.5 million and requiring the school to make major changes after finding a systematic failure to protect students from sexual abuse. The public university has been reckoning since Larry Nassar, a former USA gymnastics and Michigan State sports doctor, pled guilty to sexual assault. Since scores of women gave harrowing testimony about the abuse they suffered and about how the school officials didn't help them. That was followed by revelations about their sexual harassment allegations against William Chappell, former dean of MSU's College Osteopathic Medicine in Superior. Do I know the definition of sexual harassment? Yes. I do not tolerate sexual harassment or any types of harassment. That's when I go to work and someone asks me, "Hey, Jonathan, do you know the definition of sexual harassment?" Yes, I do not tolerate sexual harassment. It is wrong. It is vulgar. It is something you should talk to your kids about at an early age. I don't tolerate harassment, any types of harassment. Abuse, sexual harassment. I don't tolerate any harassment. I would hate to touch on this topic again, but with kids around, I'm not even sure to talk about this topic here, because we think of schools as safe for our kids, and now because of this, we're not even sure what we're going to talk about next. But we have to make sure that our kids are safe, period. If they're not safe, if all kids are not safe in their school, then You can't take them to school. You got to homeschool them for the rest of the time. If you don't homeschool your kids, if you don't give your kids the education they need, they won't be able to work at good paying jobs like McDonald's, Whataburger, etc. But they do things that interrupt that process. Even the teachers. They have to know what sexual harassment means. And they also have to know what abuse means. And they just gotta make sure they don't tolerate it. Alright. This magazine that I have over here from ESPN, which I don't know if I subscribe to it or not. This is filled with just nudity. I don't even know about this kind of crap. Should it be allowed or should it not be allowed? We'll talk about that after the break. Now a topic that I don't want kids to understand, so I'm gonna wait until you send your kids off your computer. This is a serious issue. I don't want children hearing about this. I especially don't want to hear any boys talking about this. This came into me. I turned the page of this magazine. I'm not even going to show it to you because of purposes. I will not even because I don't tolerate this kind of crap. I'm a boy. I don't do profanity. I don't do porn. I don't do porn, period. Damn. Couldn't even get away with this shit? I mean, look at this. Body 2019, I mean, could they even, at least do this shit? Censor this? My mom wouldn't even approve of this. I look at this shit, and then mom wouldn't even approve of it. I mean, this shit right here is the reason that I don't even do porn. I'm not going to do porn, period, because I don't do porn. And I'm sitting there you could never publish a magazine like this and then get away with it. But I'm going to tell you something right now. If I saw this in a school library, and I asked the librarian why she would, if I saw this at a school library, and I start to question them, and they start telling me to leave, I will not leave. I will kick down the damn door and get all those pornography books out of the school library before other children can get them and get their hands on them. And I'm not going to allow children to see this kind of garbage in any library. And something like this happening, parents, you don't feel the need to search your son's or daughter's room and ask them, why did you buy this? I'm not subscribing to ESPN anymore. They continue sending out this fucking garbage. They could never get away with this shit. This is fucking pornography. I mean, look at this shit. Look at this shit right here. I wouldn't even expose my cousin in this shit. Look at this shit. Man, I would crash through the wall and get rid of those pornography tapes. That's what I do. And if you guys want to smile and think it's funny, it is not funny. I'm not alone in this, and I'm not okay in it. Every time you expose your young son or daughter to this kind of garbage, you're leading them to hell. You don't feel the need to talk to your kids about someone like this, and they want to subscribe to the First Magazine, but all they do is like pornography magazines? Don't make you get away with this like ESPN. I could file a lawsuit against them, and they wouldn't even do shit. They wouldn't even do shit about it. They didn't even do shit. They could just get away with some crap like that, and then send it out to all the magazine stores anywhere, and then you would see me pulling it out, paying for all the damn magazines with a damn plastic. You don't understand how I feel about pornography. It is wrong. It is wrong to expose pornography to your child. That's why you should monitor your kids' sites. You should never look at pornography at a young age. And for those websites and girls that are messaging you, ignore them. Delete them, ignore them. Unplug. Unplug means to unplug. Like, just get away from that. That is a virtual world. We need to train parents to make sure that their kids never get exposed to this garbage again. But ESPN can get away with that shit. I'm not getting away with that shit. I will file a lawsuit. I will come down on the door with a hammer and smash all of that crap. I'll come up with that damn hammer and smash all this crap to pieces until every single piece. I'll just come in and take a shit on that thing. Bombs away! It's like that. I go, bombs away! I take a shit on it, give it back to them and say, here, I don't want your garbage anymore. You take it back. And then they go in the bathroom to puke. You may think it's okay. I'm going to tell you right now, it is not. It is not okay. It's not okay. You bring my pitch to a boil with this kind of garbage, ESPN? You're gonna get it. I mean, I want a full apology for you for sending me this garbage. I want you to look at this video, and I want a damn apology for this. You say that you're sorry for sending me that type of garbage. I'm going to let my brother look at that. Say it right now! Say it! You're going to be in a world of hell. I promise you that. Alright, I'm done with this shit. I'll see you guys Monday. I'll see you guys Monday for all, and you give me a break. You guys have a good night and a good weekend. Until next time.